I've been asked to discuss the role of planners in placemaking. It struck me as being a non sequitur until I started to consider the subject more critically. And I think it would be fair to say that there has been a loss of faith in the concept of planning, which means that it is often difficult for planners to consistently achieve their objectives. Part of the problem is the increasing complexity of the world we live in and the challenges faced by society in a globalised world, particularly demographic change, the climate and ecological emergency, and rapid urbanisation. Planners also face uncertainty caused by legislative and regulatory changes, a lack of resources, a lack of planners, and rapid technological change. There is a prevailing view that planning is merely a tool for managing the negative aspects of land use change and market-led development, that planning is reactive and regulatory rather than a positive way to direct and manage change. In this reactive and regulatory world, planning is seen as a barrier to growth. This negative perception is colouring the way that others see us, but more than that, it colours the way we see ourselves. Here, I want to look at how planners can reclaim their place in shaping and creating our built and natural environment, rebuilding our capacity for critical place-based systems thinking, setting ambitious visions which address the challenges and opportunities to improve resilience, sustainability and inclusivity. Poor quality built environments can and do have a significant negative impact on health, well-being, prosperity and happiness. By contrast, well-designed, high-quality environments have been proved to have a positive beneficial effect on those fortunate enough to live there. These high-quality environments do not happen by chance. Creating these places requires collaborative working across all the built environment sectors to comprehensively consider the future development of distinctive and vibrant places. Placemaking is ensuring that each new development or intervention contributes positively to creating or enhancing environments within which people, communities, business and nature can thrive. It places people at the heart of the process and results in places that are vibrant, have a clear identity, and where people can develop a sense of belonging. Placemaking should help to ensure that places are robust and resilient, with lasting benefits for health, well-being, carbon reduction, and wider environmental sustainability. Placemaking requires a wide range of disciplines, from urban designers, planners, architects, landscape architects, highway engineers, transport planners, and ecologists, amongst so many others. All professions and individuals involved in planning, designing, developing or managing places need to work together at all stages towards a common placemaking agenda. And this builds on the theme of the Mott MacDonald talk this morning. It is recognised that the nature of places varies, that rural hamlets are different to town centres, and that a woodland can be as much of a place as an urban square. I am going to look at some of the principles of making these high-quality, well-designed places that people want to live in, and the role that planners play in the shaping and creating of those places. These principles identify what is needed to help ensure that the physical form, activity and meaning of places is addressed. They highlight the opportunity of early planning and decision-making, such as determining the best location for development and ensuring that all elements are considered from the outset. The tool that planners have in their toolbox are many and varied, but most have common themes and elements. and successful placemaking requires them all. There are several overarching objectives which should run like a golden thread through the process. These are equality and justice, plans to tackle place-based poverty, eliminate discrimination and promote equality of opportunity across the built environment. Climate justice and climate-proof systems need to be in place to accelerate progress towards our national and indeed global goals for net zero, including energy efficiency in buildings. It also must look at sustainable modes of transport and delivering renewable energy. In this paper, when I refer to planners, I am not only talking about professional planners, but also their masters, politicians in the public sector and clients in the private sector, as both have a critical role to play in the decision-making process. So to begin successful placemaking, we must have a place-based vision, and we must have strong leadership. Planners are visionary. Visionary is a big word. So to put this in its proper context, I looked it up. So visionary as an adjective is defined as thinking about or planning the future with imagination and wisdom. Visionary as a noun is a person with original ideas about what the future will be or could be like. Well, I think that sounds like planners to me. Good placemaking starts with a common purpose amongst a wide range of stakeholders, coordinating decisions about land uses, infrastructure, resources, heritage, the natural environment, and so forth. Planners are well placed, indeed I would say best placed, to coordinate the stakeholders and to integrate often competing priorities into a long-term vision for places, balancing community needs with strategic objectives. It is what we are trained to do, and it is called the planning balance for a very good reason. The outcome of the planning balance is a spatial plan and/or a strategy for the area which can and should be used to direct future investment for the common good and deliver solutions which have multiple benefits for the community. These place-based strategies and plans provide certainty to all sectors of the community and give confidence about the future development of their area. Here it is that the role of planners to advise and support leaders and decision-makers, politicians, to make what can often be difficult decisions about direction of growth and allocation of resources. People and communities are of fundamental importance to a successful outcome from the process. A local community needs to be involved, not just consulted, in the development of proposals, and their needs and aspirations must be considered from the outset. Successful community engagement can create, protect and enhance a sense of community and promote equality. Planners have been consulting on proposals for years with various degrees of success. This needs to be taken to the next level to ensure that both in plan making and in the preparation of site-specific proposals, the community is involved at all stages. Working in this way with communities takes time and money. Thoughtful and transparent involvement and engagement strategies produced from the outset are important. The community needs to know where, when and how they will be engaged and have the certainty that proposals will be shaped to meet their needs and where they cannot, why this is so. Again, the planning balance will come into play and the process needs to be seen as being fair and equitable. Total community buy-in to development proposals is unlikely to be achieved, but a majority buy-in is essential if planners are to support our decision makers to make those difficult decisions required to achieve the overall vision. Below those overarching objectives are the principles in the planning, design and management of new and existing places. These are the right location using land efficiently, being well connected and reducing the need to travel. Movement, prioritising modes other than the private car, having a mix of uses with good active travel, access to housing, jobs and services, with a diverse range of densities and mixes of tenure. We all know how important the public realm is in creating safe, well-managed spaces which are welcoming and inclusive with a distinct identity. Establishing identity is so important to ensuring that places are valued and respected by all sections of the community. I am sure that we can all think of examples of high and low quality places. I would ask that in the next day or so, you look to see why this place is a good quality and that place is a poor quality. How have the principles of placemaking been applied in each case? Is it a street or is it a road? Is there space for children? How well are the public spaces being managed and maintained? What is the quality of the materials being used? How could we make it better? Planners are best placed to ask these questions because we read across each discipline and weigh it in the planning balance. Last but not least, I would emphasise the need for robust monitoring to assess the success of the plans and strategies towards achieving the visionary objectives. And I do hope that this has gone some way to persuade you all that not only do planners have a place at the table, but that they are best placed to orchestrate and conduct the others sitting around the table. Thank you very much. I do have a little bit of time if there are any questions. And I can't see anything. Yes, there's a gentleman over there, I think, if somebody's got the microphone. And please bear in mind that I'm off island and I can't answer any specific questions about the island.
I apologise that this is more of a statement than a question. Ms Bridge, you've given us a good account of vision of planners. In the Isle of Man, our planners have totally lost the vision. The government aspires to having a 500,000 a year tourist population. I would like you to guess how many cliff-top hotels we have. We have just one. It's the Falcon in Port Erin. It's a pub with a nice view of the bay. Recently, the planners were asked to grab permission on the Castletown Golf Links Hotel, which was our leading hotel with the potential to be a 5-star hotel in a stunning rocky coastal situation. But the planners have dismissed it. So we have no high-quality hotels. We have no 5-star hotels. We are done for as a tourist resort. And it also moves into residential, where it takes forever to get any consent. So the vision is lacking, and we are condemned with it. And I thank you for being here today to put the word vision in front of us. Thank you.
Are there any more questions or statements?
Yeah, welcome to the Isle of Man. You say you've only been there a short time, but you've probably seen some of the island and some of the what we call development, which is not developed, empty sites which government own, and you probably won't know them, but I'll run through them for you. The prison site, Park Road School, Summerland site, which is just on the far side there. why do you believe that we haven't got it together to put some plans together? Like our colleague said there, and I appreciate what he said, everything is true. When you say the idea is to bring the community together, the local authority together, and the government, and then the planners do the business. And I know you might not know anything I'm talking about, but there are a few things. You need to come here for a week and assess what we've got and what we haven't got and what the nation wants.
I think I have now run out of time, so thank you very much, everybody.